Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of More Sports. As always, I'm your host, Devin Moore, and happy April. This is not there was not an April Fool's joke yesterday. This is coming out April 2nd. I'd like to apologize. Life's got busy. Um, Busy with not only my stand-up career, but also me and Kyle from the Random Hour. We've been doing so many awesome interviews, and we've got stuff cooked up over there. So go subscribe. I mean, not go subscribe. Go follow the Random Hour by Kyle Crump. And hey, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Random Incorporated, and go check out the stuff over there. And always, hey, we have our movie review podcast, Popcorn Buckets, which airs a movie every Sunday. So go check them out. We've been busy with those, and again, I apologize for the late delay. It was no April Fool's joke. It was just life be life, and so it'd be like that. And today's episode is I'm doing another another review episode. And me being a big wrestling fan, I decided to sit down and review WWE Elimination Chamber 2025. And my overall thoughts before I go into my notes is my overall thoughts. As always, WWE always has these big pay-per-views, right? Obviously we have WrestleMania, and then, right before WrestleMania, we have Elimination Chamber, and then, SummerSlam, the Royal Rumble, and things like that. And this year, Elimination Chamber it was pretty spot on. And I gave it a solid, I'm not going to say it was amazing, but it was a pretty solid 4 out of 5. Man, it was just a 4 out of 5. Can't get enough. Love the card, love the matches. And even as right now, as we're getting ready to head into WrestleMania here in literally like 18 days. Yeah, 18 days when this episode comes out. It's just going to be exciting. But on to my first note. And my first note here is, dude, WWE, why are we pushing Logan Paul? I mean, come on, man. He's not even that good. Okay, he's okay. But, dude, come on. I know he's got prime, but you ain't got to push him. I mean, it's just, not a big Punk guy. I mean, not a big Logan Paul guy. But, however, I do like how WWE lately has been doing the cool, like, NFL Sunday locker room walkout, because they did have Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and CM Punk, man. It was just exciting to see them all, and Seth freaking Rollins, and, of course, the heel himself, John Cena. But we'll get into all that in a minute. The promo with Cena and CM Punk was good. Even the women's one was a good one, too. I'm excited for both Elimination Chambers. The Rock was not the play. He's coming for. Oh, dude. Yeah, sorry. The promos they did starting off the bat, right? Because, WWE always does these promo packages and things like that. Both promos were exciting. John Cena says that he was coming after CM Punk. That was heated. The women's one was heated. And I kid you not, the way WWE made The Rock look with Cody Rhodes and their thing, he looked like he was at a Diddy party. And also, another little side note in the promo thing that I saw was Alexis Bliss is back in WWE. She's been absent for a while, and she came back for Elimination Chamber, and she was wearing a special attire. Shout out to WWE legend and soon-to-be Hall of Famer, if he's not already a Hall of Famer, Bray Wyatt. He will be missed. But the first match of the card, which I thought was pretty dope, was the 6 women's Elimination Chamber match. And, dude, man, there were some spots. My first note was RIP to Naomi. She got, guys, listen, I don't know about you, but those pods look like they're made of some thick polyester. And I don't care who you are, right? If you are 120 pounds and someone's picking you up, just picked you up, and they're running full force and your back's in that polyester, dude, I ain't having it. RIP to your back. And it's just, ugh. But, dude, the most shocking thing of that match that stuck out to me, the most shocking thing was when Bianca Belair, words are hard. Bianca Belair just literally took her long ponytail and just whipped Liv Morgan on top of guys. They were on top of the elimination pod. They were going, back and forth. And, you're sitting there watching it and you're like, oh, okay, they're going to throw hands and then they're both going to jump off right. That's what you think. No. Bianca Belair literally took her ponytail and whipped that thing. I saw Instagram posts after Elimination Chamber that Liv Morgan just had this huge imprint across her stomach from where Bianca Belair just whipped her with her ponytail. Dude, it was shocker, man. Oh, yeah. A good overall match. Some very good high spots. I didn't like how it ended. It came down to Alexis Bliss and Liv Morgan. But, of course, Liv Morgan being the heel that she is, she did Alexis Bliss dirty, did her dirty pin, and made her lose the match. So Alexa Bliss is out of her WrestleMania moment, but let's be honest. She's probably not out of her WrestleMania moment. She'll be going. But overall, yeah. Overall, if I had to rate it, I'd give it a solid. Coming out the gate strong, a lot of high moments. I'd give it a pretty good 5 stars. I mean, just comes out the gate swinging. Now, this next match, which, in my opinion, was probably the worst match on the card, which it was Tiff Stratus versus Nia Jax. I'm gonna be honest with you, I forgot who the other one was because it was just so one-sided. The whole match, the whole time, was just Nia Jax and this is gonna bother me. Please hold. I don't want to forget this. Please hold. Here we go. Let's see. Can we get the card? Yep, here we go, card. It helps if you do these things. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, sorry, that's what I thought. Sydney Ray. Dude, that match overall, it was just terrible, man. That's like Nia Jax and Sydney Ray just beat on Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratus, and it was just so one-sided the whole time. It wasn't exciting. I mean, shout out to Trish Stratus, WWE Hall of Famer. She still got it, and she had some overall some good spots, but it was just so lopsided the whole time. It was probably the most boring match in my opinion, the whole card, and I just give it 1 star. Now, this one honestly stole. Well, I almost thought I was going to steal the show, but it didn't, and that was Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn in a no holds barred match, and boy, they put the definition of no bar to a whole level. In my notes, I put coming out of the gate, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn just come out throwing hands, guys. And I mean, I'm talking about, wasn't no man of strength. There also wasn't no sneak attacks. Both, did their entrances, whatever. But as soon as you could just feel the tension in the air. And as soon as that bell rings, dude, they were literally just throwing hands. I'm talking, it went from 0 to 60 like real fast. Throwing hands, Kevin Owens is not the running centaur. Oh, sorry. This was the brutal point of the match where Kevin Owens hit his signature move, the running centaur, off of the apron onto the mat. And, dude, it looked brutal. That was one of the brutal high points of the match, in my opinion. And as the match went on, one of the funny things I thought was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens kept going around the ring and Irish whipping each other into the ring post. And I had made the comment, forget ring around the Rosie. It's more like ring around the ring pros. Yeah, ring around the ring post. And then as the match goes on, and I just have so many questions on this because I even made a TikTok on this yesterday. Yeah, Kevin Owens, how do you give yourself a chair shot? Well, I mean, I could tell how he did the chair shot. And if you guys haven't, just literally go to Elimination Chamber on Peacock and just watch the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens fight. Because the homeboy literally took the chair. And to me, it looks like he swung it. And obviously, Sami Zayn dodged it. Because he took the swing, took the rope. And I guess the impact from the swing and the rope made it bounce off because, those ropes are tight. And the impact bounced off and just smacked him right in the face. It was a little comical, but at the same time, you're like, ooh, dude, how do you give yourself your own chair shot? Brutal. Oh, man. Oh, I'm not going to lie. The fact that the outside of the ring action was also cool because, obviously it being no hold barred, right? That means no fall count anywhere. You can go anywhere. And there were some pretty cool, awesome spots throughout there. Obviously they did the whole going up the barricade, going up the stairs, swinging stuff. I think I saw Sami Zayn take somebody's water bottle and dump trash on Kevin Owens. It's just a big spot. And in fact, there was one point during the thing. There was one point where Kevin Owens grabbed a trash can, and it was funny. Shout out to Pat McAfee. Dude, I just love Pat McAfee now that he does commentary part-time. He just makes it so funny that when Kevin Owens hit Sami Zayn with the trash can, he yells, "He hit him with Dirty Dom!" And Michael Cole's like, "That's not Dominic Mysterio." He goes, "Yeah, he is. He's trash where he belongs." It was just, oh, dude, it was, dude, it was funny. It was very comical. Oh, man. Oh, and then sadly, there was one spot. They go back and forth, and this was weird. There was at some point in the arena there was a bunch of concessions set up, right? And I know what you're thinking, Devin. It was a spot. Yeah, it could have been spot on. It looked real, but I'm not here to get into that. But I thought it was weird, and they both went through it at the same time. They both went through this random tape of full concessions. Food flooded, water bottles flew everywhere, food flew everywhere. I mean, it was just a whole mess, man. And in my notes, because I'm a fat kid, and I said, R.I.P. to the food. Like the little single tear came down my face that there was no more food. R.I.P. to the food. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then obviously throughout the match, they were hinting at Kevin Owens stacked some tables, which I knew was probably about to come, but I thought it was right away. But there was literally, and this is what's weird with WWE's storytelling lately. When they set up, I'd say the past year, last year and this year, you can kind of tell that they're setting up for big spots, kind of like knowingly, if that makes sense. And they just don't execute them right away. They kind of look like they're like, oh, okay, we'll set up for this spot, but it's like the spot's not coming until like 5 or 6 minutes into the match. Which, by the way, if somebody that's ever worked in athletics or in pro wrestling or any form of entertainment, it's different when you're a fan because you're immersed in the action. But when you're an entertainer, 5 or 6 minutes is a long time, and it's like, man, that's kind of off-putting. And it was a pretty cool spot. I will say that. It was a pretty cool spot. It was shocking to see them both go through the table. Um, but it's just, man, that's been like one of my pet peeves for the past year and a half of WWE with their booking. It's like you can see them just obviously set up for these big spots, which are cool. They're executed well, but it's like you guys got to be, got to be more cooler with your spots. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a wrestling fan. And then the way this match finished, like, oh my god, the way this match finished shocked me. Literally, I forget who grabbed the chair. It was literally just a standard steel chair. It got set up in the middle of the ring. And I've never seen a wrestler get put through a single steel chair. Literally, go watch it. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens both put each other through a single steel chair. And it was, my jaw was like shocked. I didn't even think you could put somebody through a single steel chair. But hey, that's why they're professionals. I'm not. If you put me through a single chair, I'm going to be in the hospital for like 2 weeks. But although it was a single chair, it was insane. That was that's right, because Kevin Owens did it dirty. He did it to him twice. It was a dirty win where we had a big pop where Randy Orton came back. So obviously they're setting up Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens for WrestleMania, and I can't wait. And then the main event of the night was the men's elimination chamber, which had, make sure I get everybody because God forbid I say names wrong, is we had John Cena versus CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre versus Logan Paul versus Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins. You know, great match overall. This is what was in my notes. Oh, the Sami Zayn match and the Kevin Owens match. If I had to rate it out of 5 stars, great storytelling. It's just the spots were very obvious. Give it a 4.5. 4.5 stars. It was pretty good. Now, if you're somebody like me that nitpicks on the spots, and if you just like immerse in the action, you'll enjoy it way better. But don't nitpick them spots. 4 out of 5 stars, man. It's a great match. Honestly, I thought I was about to steal the card, but the men's and women's elimination chamber matches just both extremely well. Now back to our regular scheduled program. This is where my notes for the 6-man elimination chamber match. Damian Pierce with the old school against Logan Paul was just fire. That finisher that eliminated Logan Paul. Logan Paul, he makes me sick sometimes, but he is athletic. John Cena, oh dude, when John Cena, had a bunch of big spots, John Cena came in late. Dude, when John Cena came into the match, when he finally came out, because, they released him late, right? Because John Cena's big megastar John Cena, right? But, dude, when John Cena came in, John Cena hit everybody. I mean, everybody with the attitude adjustment and the 5-knuckle shuffle, man. It was like early 2000s John Cena, man. You just gotta love it. And even though, like I said, he hit everybody with it. Oh, dude. And like I said, Logan Paul is athletic. And this is the one credit I'll give Logan Paul. Homeboy can make a sick frog splash to eliminate Damian Pierce. And after Damian Pierce is gone, because I'm not the biggest Damian Pierce fan, but, I mean, dude's got credit, but, not a big heel fan. So I was kind of glad he was gone first. But, man, dude, the whole time I was like, somebody please. Because, again, Logan Paul just gets on my nerves. He's athletic, but he gets on my nerves. I was like, Lord, please do not have Logan Paul win this match. Please do not make him win this match. And sure enough, CM Punk hit him with a GTS, knocked him out clean. I remember they were going back and forth, and CM Punk's like, dude, I can't stand this kid, and just boom, hits him, just picks him, drops him, GTS with his knee. Logan Paul was out. Man, it was just, dude, when he knocked out Logan Paul, I cheered. So Logan Paul got eliminated. Then it was down to Seth Rollins, CM Punk. Drew McIntyre got eliminated by Punk doing the same finisher. So it was down to them. Which, I mean, I kind of predicted because, I mean, Drew McIntyre is great, and he's going to have another great year this year. He's had a great year this year, and after Mania, he's going to have more great moments. I mean, you can just tell that he's going to have another great year. But, dude, no, it's just when you have CM Punk, um, John Cena, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns, it's just, I don't know, man, something's just electrifying. And CM Punk and John Cena, even though they're the veterans, man, they still got it. They even went back to their old days, man, where they were just doing submission moves, and it was just great. CM Punk, John Cena had his finisher submission move back in the early 2000s. I don't know how Punk did it. I was sitting there watching. I was like, great. CM Punk is going to tap out, and they're going to give it to Super Cena. But, dude, I don't know. No, like, CM Punk broke out of it. I don't know how, but he did. And I was like, huh. CM Punk did his signature finisher, and I was like, dude, they can't make Cena lose. There's no way. There is no way. And sure enough, I don't even know how Punk got out of his, and it was just like, dude, those two have always been submission wrestlers. Well, I always consider John Cena an all-around guy, but CM Punk's always been a submission expert. And dude, the fact that he still got it at his age in this business, I was like, he's still wrestling like he was back in the late 90s to early 2000s. So it was just awesome to see. But it came down to me. Yeah, it came down to, they eliminated Seth Rollins. And again, you can kind of tell it was going to be down to those three. And honestly, I could tell it was kind of, in my prediction, I thought CM Punk and Cena, they came down to it. Both kept hitting their finishers going back and forth. But, of course, John Cena hit him with the attitude adjustment one last time and finished Punk through. I mean, it was great. CM Punk won. And then, they rise to chamber. Not CM Punk. Cena won. They rise to chamber. Cena celebrates. Cody Rhodes comes out. Because they've also been doing this weird promo with The Rock and Cody where The Rock's obviously in charge and he's like, Cody, I'm the final boss, I give you everything, yada yada yada. And Cody is like fighting that temptation. They're building it for weeks, and Cody Rhodes is like, yeah. And the fact that he just looked at him and said, yeah, I got one thing for you, go beep yourself. And I'm like, dude, they didn't even beep that on a pay-per-view. I was like, dude. And I'm surprised when I was watching the replay because, as always, Devin's late to the party on stuff, but it is what it is. And I was like, dude. And then obviously because the internet ruined it for me, The Rock looked at Cena. Cena said, bet. And, dude, he just slammed the crap out of Cody, just busting him up. And I like how the finishing shot was just Cody Rhodes just oozing from the mouth. And now tensions are rising. It looks like, as of right now, for WrestleMania in a couple weeks, it's going to be Cody Rhodes versus old John Cena, the heel turn. So, I can't wait. So, overall, it was an exciting Elimination Chamber. I hope you guys enjoyed this little episode. I'm going to review on it. As always, you can check out our other little reviews and other episodes that I've made on more sports here. And as always, like I said at the beginning of this episode, go check out the Random Hour. We've had some awesome guests. In fact, our latest episode of the Random Hour stars voice actor Jason Anthony. Jason Anthony from Call of Duty, Star Wars, Hogwarts Legacy, all those. It was awesome recording with him. Overall, great guy. I mean, literally, if you see him on social media, down-to-earth guy. He had fun, and it was fun having him. So that's our latest episode. And hey, Popcorn Buckets, it's a new movie out every Sunday, so go check that out. You have no idea what we're watching. As always, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Random Incorporated, where you can watch the video versions of these podcast episodes and things of that nature. And hey, you can follow us on Instagram as Rando Bucket Boys, and we're at Twitter, Rando Corporate One. And hey, we're on Blue Sky as the Random Hour. So hey, go check them out. And as always, this has been More Sports. Have a good rest of y'all's day. And for the April episode, for the May episode, we're definitely going to try to react to WrestleMania this year. So be on the lookout for WrestleMania next. Until next time.